So do we actually grow muscle when we're training, or is it when we rest? In this video, we're going to break down a major overhaul that I'm doing in my training routine that I think is going to add a lot of value to anyone who's doing bodybuilding training, weight training, physique training, any just overall self-improvement to build muscle, okay? I've been on the X3 for the last year and a half, and over the which is basically resistance band training. Now, over the last 4 months, I dedicated every single day consistently to training X3, which is basically push day, one day, the next day, push day, push day, pull day, push day, pull day. I trained it so hard for 4 months, I stopped getting sore. I'm thinking, this is great. I've worked past the soreness. However, over the 4-month period, my strength gains went like this, pretty much flat. I felt like maybe they were going up, but I was like, maybe not. Maybe they were going down. And then my physique was tight. It was good, but it wasn't making progress at all. Just plateaued, maintaining. Mike Mentzer came in 5th at Mr. Olympia in 1980. Phenomenal physique, this guy. Unbelievable physique. He studied Arthur Jones and this concept of resting to build muscle. It's very hard to swallow this, okay, from somebody who's been training every day. But the idea is to actually take 2 days off and even more sometimes. Now, let me just share another thing. I've been doing sprints consistently for the past 4 months as well. Now, the sprints, I'm thinking, again, it's been this thing, I want to do sprints. I'm going to get faster. If I do it every single day, it's consistent. I'll get faster. I'll get better. I'll get stronger. I started just getting injured, I mean, I couldn't get over the injuries. Hamstring was getting tight. Glutes were getting tight. And my butt was just getting super tight and sore. I wasn't stretching, just running sprints. So I've taken literally like 4 days off on sprinting as I'm letting the body finally heal until I can feel I can get back into it. And the concept is, it's called high intensity training. And I thought I knew what that meant, but I really didn't, because when I got back into training on Tuesday of this week, it's Thursday now, I actually went super high intense. And what happened is I trained at a heavier weight with the bands than I'd ever done before. And I went to failure. So I took the darkest band and I did my shoulder press heavier than I've ever done. I could only do 7 reps. But then I said, screw it, I'm going to drop down a little bit. So I dropped down the weight on the bands to the next level. And then I did as many reps as I could on that. And then I dropped down to the next band below that. And then I just went ahead and did a superset all the way down till failure, till I was on the lightest weight, where I was just literally doing standing press and not only pushing all the way up using force, but also on the way down. And that's one of the things that Mike Mentzer talked about in his training, where a lot of times I would just be hitting the weight and then not as focused on the way down. But the real strength gains from what he's talking about is going all the way up and then just as much tension and pressure on the way down. All the way up and then just as much pressure on the way back down. And then same thing for incline press and flat bench press from using basically I'm using push curls on the X3s. And then same thing for squats and deadlifts and then tricep curls, and just going through each one of these to maximum intent. Yeah, so that being said, I'm going to be tracking my progress a little bit. I've just logged my gains. Right now, it's only my first week of really stepping back on my training a little bit. It's, in a way, it's taking the pressure off, kind of, where I had to do it. I had to make that training deadline, or I had to do those sprints, or I felt like I was cheating myself. To now, it's like, I'm still doing, what I did was I just went and did walking, okay? And that's like good reminder, always keep walking. It's always necessarily super important, but as opposed to hitting the training, I did that. And then when I do go back and train, let's say tomorrow, it's going to be all out massive action. Like, I'm just looking forward to it so much to where I can make those gains and make strength gains and progress, and then write it down or log it on my phone. However, I like writing them down and seeing where my progress is at. So if you like videos like this, hit the like button, okay? Share the video. Freaking let's get ripped and aesthetic and shredded for summer. I'll see everybody in London for those who are going next week. And be sure to hit the notification bells. I'll see you at the top.